So let me know when you're on, if there is sound. Um, I'd really appreciate it if you can let me know if you can hear me, and then we'll go from there. This has been quite a stressful evening, hasn't it? A half an hour late because of a couple of glitches, and then I was told there's no sound. So if you are on, I don't know what I'm doing with my hair here, guys. It's called stress. If you are on, let me know. I can't see because of the TikTok light, so I'm not going to know until somebody comes on. If there's no sound, I don't understand. I don't understand that, but please let me know if you can hear me. I'm going to wait because I'm not going to do all this makeup and then nobody can hear me. So I can't see who's on because of the TikTok light. So please do let me know when you're on. I guess I'm going to wait for a few minutes. So if you're on, do let me know. If you're just coming on the live, if you can comment, if you can hear sound. I got a comment while I was on the live that nobody could hear me. So everything should be fine on my end. It's looking like it's fine. Please let me know if you can hear me. If you let me know if you can hear me, that would be great. So we'll just have to go for it, I think. You can hear me now. Brilliant. That was a little bit stressful. Thank you, Jodin. I appreciate that. It's been really, really stressful. It's supposed to go on at 8:30 and it just didn't work out that way. I'm not sure what that was. That's really strange. I literally just ended the live and came back on again. So I don't know. Been having glitches. I'm glad people can hear me now. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Kira. Outside of YouTube, I'm a support worker for people with autism and Down syndrome, and I do makeup on YouTube. That's what we're going to do today. So I have, where the TikTok light is, I can't see who's on, so feel free to comment. I know I'm really late. A couple of people messaged, just a little bit of a glitch, but thankfully we're back now. I'm going to be looking at a summer kind of friendly smoky eye. Hi Kaya, I'm so glad. So sorry I'm late. Couple of glitches, and then when I went live the first time there was no sound. So hopefully everybody can hear me now, which is great. So thank you, Jodin, for that message. Otherwise, I would have kind of spoken through the whole live. But yes, we're doing a summer-friendly smoky eye today, and I'm specifically, guys, you know, it's kind of that, it's those times, isn't it, where there's so many high-end palettes out there that it can be difficult if you're on a no-buy. So I'm going to be using the W7 Socialite palette, and I specifically put a picture up, but I didn't put a brand because I want you to be able to use your brand, whatever you have. I want this to be something everyone can do, but they don't have to run out and get the most expensive palette. I'm so glad you guys can hear me now. Gosh, that was stressful. But this is just a hi Tamara. This is just the W7 Socialite palette. It's really, really nice. It's actually a dupe, I think, for Huda Beauty. But again, I didn't specifically put a palette in my posts because I want people to be able to create a look with whatever they have at home. Just follow on with what you have. So that's what we're doing. Kaya, how has school been? Term, which shade do you always use first? Shade wise, I tend to cut the crease here, but sometimes I go into the center with like a creamy color. So we're going to be doing like a summer color. A couple of repurchases I got. So things that I needed. So some new mascara because my old mascara was gone. Hi TD. So this is Collections Curling Eyes on Me. Rocky, the black belt who gave him black belt. We have to check that moment. Okay. So this is something new. This is the Collections Eye Curling Mascara. And then this is an SPF 30 moisturizer that we're going to pop on over our primer. And this is the Soleil, which I think is French for sun, 30 SPF sensitive face lotion. So it's for sensitive skin. And it has advanced UVA and it's water resistant too. So do wear your, you know, through all the kind of seasons, definitely pop on your SPF. But Kaya, how's school been? How's school been for you? How was your weekend? I love your shirt, Chesterfield. Oh, thank you. Put Ankalev against Ankalev. Okay, I think you might be talking about a fight or something, wrestling or something. Okay. So what we're going to do is kind of start off with the skincare. I haven't even got skincare on, guys. Like, it's crazy. I'm so sorry I'm late. All I can do is say sorry. My health and everything hasn't been great, and I really wanted to come on directly at 8:30 tonight. So I apologize, guys. I really do. Things have been a little bit, up in the air. I'm just having a look here. We're going to pop on that moisturizer, and then a primer. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Joel. Joden again, thank you. Uh, Hi, TDVR. Okay, thank you for the flowers, guys. So this is what it is, guys. It's Soleil SPF 30. I got it in Superdrug. And obviously, as it says, it is SPF 30. That's the minimum I would ever use. That's what it looks like. And that's what so this is Superdrug zone. So if you're in a European city, I don't know if they would have this. But again, it's, SPF 30 sun cream is very easy to get. But I would always say highest. Hi, Joel. Hi, Matu. I'm going to catch up with the comments. Sorry. Rocky, who do you think should be next? I don't follow any of that, Rocky, so I wouldn't know. Sorry about that. So here we go, guys. We're just going to pop on our moisturizer, and I do want to start kind of showing you guys SPF. So even though it's 9 o'clock, a little bit after now in the UK, I do want to start kind of showing you good SPFs to use. So I think Superdrug is probably available in other countries, and Soleil is a really good company for cream. So we're just going to really make sure that's in. Kaya, I'm sorry if I'm a bit late because you go to school quite early in the morning, don't you? So I am thinking, guys, and let me know, of changing the live time completely to 7 o'clock UK time, which would be a couple of hours before, which might actually suit people a lot more. So do let me know in the comments if you think that's a good idea. So I'm just going to go down quickly. You would like, is that, Kaya, is that a yes for the 7 o'clock lives? Because I was going to put a poll out for that, or a post, to see who would like the 7 o'clock live UK time, because that would be maybe, Kaya, what time is it for you there? In Denmark, what time is it? Out of interest. Joel, school tomorrow. Yes, some of the subscribers here are a little bit younger, and they go to school in the morning, so we try to kind of get it done like that. You look like Felix from Stray Cats. I've never seen Stray Cats. That doesn't sound like a compliment. Felix doesn't sound like a very... Okay, so that's the SPF 30 from Superdrug Soleil, but you can, whatever one you can find is better, for you, or that's around you, definitely go for that one. This is sensitive face lotion, because as you can see, guys, I do have sensitive skin. There's redness. There's a couple of kind of breakouts calming down now, but we're kind of doing a little bit better than my skin was a couple of weeks ago. But if 7 p.m. UK time, guys, is better for you, it's a kind of couple of hours before, so it gets so late, definitely let me know and we can kind of do that. Thank you, August Days. Joel, I love your videos. Thank you. So now that that's on, we're going to put on a primer. And again, guys, I'll try and go a bit quicker today. Wednesday, again, is the next one. We will be very, we'll be very chilled. So why don't we start from 7 on Wednesday, 7 p.m. UK time. So keep that in your diary for that, guys. And then at least everyone's going to be off a little bit earlier. No one's going to be late or having to kind of stay up later. And that might work for people. So keep that in mind. I'll do 7 p.m. UK time on Wednesday. So August, you're welcome. If people say you look like Felix from Stray Cats, it's because it is a popular to say. Oh, okay. So it's not even like a show then, it's just something people say. Okay, so this is the Rimmel Fix and Perfect Primer, and it's kind of like a moisturizer, so it doesn't dry out the skin too much. Rimmel, again, guys, are another really good brand. So as I said before, guys, even though it said Smokey Eye in the post, you might have seen that I didn't put up a brand. And I think that's so important, guys, because not everyone can go out and get these brands. And I want people to look at these videos and say, you know what, yes, I can do what's on that, and I don't have to have X or Y. Now, if you do want to go and get those brands, that's great. But a lot of people would like to kind of invest their money in different things, or maybe they're saving. And I know at these times, a lot of the things prices are going up in different various ways. It doesn't mean to say that you can't get these looks kind of with the things you have. So that's why I've chosen W7. It's a really good brand for kind of duping other higher brands. But again, that's not to say if you have a really good Huda Beauty palette or anything like that, not to use it. But I wanted people to come on and say, okay, I feel a bit more at home. I can kind of use what I have, that kind of thing. So this is the Rimmel Fix and Perfect. It's just a primer. You're in the UK. Hi Tassos, how are you? Little bit of a nightmare coming on, but I'm on now. Joel, I'm from the UK. Oh, amazing. How are you, Tassos? How's work been? Um, okay. For me, guys, my job is now in the same city that I work. So before I was working, where I was living was like an hour and a half away, and now, because I live in the same town, my I'm kind of asking I'm being asked, should I say, to work a lot more because I'm closer. So if somebody can't make their shift or something and they call in last minute, like my boss is asking me to, okay, Kira, you're just down the road. Can you do this? Can you do this? So it's kind of like I'm being asked a lot. So, and I'm the kind of person where I'll just say, oh yeah, of course, and then I'll be absolutely wrecked afterwards. Um, so yeah, so this is just the Rimmel Fix and Perfect 5-in-1 primer base. So that's it, guys. That's all it is. I'll just catch up. um, thank you for the love hearts. August days. Question: can you possibly give me ideas for a mini SPF you take abroad that you recommend? If not, it's okay. No, that's fine. I usually use Solaire. You know that Solaire brand. They do miniature versions. Thank you for the love hearts, guys. The one I've just actually introduced at the very start of the video, it hasn't been long on, it hasn't been very long, is Soleil, and it's an SPF 30 for sensitive skin. I tend to get a little bit of sensitive skin. Sorry if you can hear outside, guys, but it's quite warm, just to say in the beginning. So this is actually something, it's funny you say that, because I've literally just put on the Soleil by Superdrug SPF 30, and it's for sensitive skin, advanced UVA and UVB. But Solaire is another very good brand that anyone can find. I know Soleil is Superdrug, but Solaire is a very popular brand, and they do up to SPF 100, and they all do miniature travel. You'll find in a lot of shops there's like travel versions of things. So yeah, that'll be something. Solaire and Garnier also do it as well. Tassos, nothing phases me. There's your answer. I feel like that at the minute, with work being pulled in different directions. Pundachi, okay, he's probably going. I don't even read these things out anymore, guys. You know, I'm here for people that want to be here. Absolutely. Um, okay. All right. Joel, I'm from the UK. Amazing. Where in the UK are you from? I'm from Ireland originally, but I'm living in the UK. Aidan, what is your name? My name is Kira. August days, one that would be perfect for my skin. It's so sensitive that if I don't put moisturizer on my face, I will get redness around my nose. Thank you for the idea. So Garnier is great because they do dry, they do sensitive, and they do hydrating. So sensitive is the one I'd obviously choose for you. And Garnier is like Soleil is probably just available in the UK because it's Superdrug, but Garnier absolutely anyone can buy that anywhere. It's kind of universally known. So go for Garnier sensitive skin SPF, and I would say minimum 30. And they do travel sizes as well, so that'll be great. Aidan, what time is it for you? I think it's about after 9 o'clock in the UK. Okay, so we've kind of got our primer on, we've put on our base. I'm going to go in with a tinted moisturizer because through the summer, I did want to show you something, guys, actually. Maybe we'll use this just for today. This is the, and I've seen it before, but Tassos, I feel the same way. Work is just pulling me in different directions. Like we were saying the other day, I need, even if it's 3 days, I just need some time out. um, you know, and I need some kind of just 2 days of just, I'm not even being at home 2 days. I mean, like a relaxing somewhere away 2 days, you know, but I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon. Thank you for the love hearts. Aidan, I just got home from New Hampshire. Oh wow, I've been to Boston, New Hampshire. Um, Tassos, just don't let it happen all the time, calling you the last minute to do shifts. It's literally only been Tassos since I've been here that I've gotten 3 times I've been called in and done. I never do an overnight one after the other. And it was somebody I know was saying, Kira, you do know you're coming out of work and less than 12 hours you're going back in again, and that's illegal. But I think they didn't do it. I literally think it was because somebody pulled out last minute. I don't know why, but they did. And so because they knew, I was literally just, 10-minute walk. They said it to me, and I felt bad because I knew I didn't have anything planned, and so like I kind of felt a bit bad. Um, but like you say, I'm not going to let them keep doing that. But yeah, I feel like sometimes I need a job where it's a bit more, you know, exciting and, creative, but I do understand the job I have. um I don't know why they actually cancelled, because I know the person, not personally, but I know of, obviously when you work with people, you know them, and they've never called in like this, and it was literally the same day. And it's not like that person to do it. So I'm not sure what happened. Maybe it was an emergency with family or something, because they still haven't come in. So I'm really not sure what happened. But when you kind of live down the road, I couldn't say, oh no, I can't, because then they might have seen me like in Tesco or something, or in a supermarket. So yeah. So all I'm doing, guys, this is the Revolution Skin Silk F5. So it's illuminating serum. So it's a serum, guys. It's got skincare in it, and I don't want to look too heavy. I always say take care of your skin first. Um, okay. Always take care of your skin. But Tassos, yeah. So it's official. Every job in the country on earth is understaffed. I think so at this point. I don't know. I mean, I'm probably sure there is. There is some, but my job at the minute, they're super understaffed, because it's kind of a job where not a lot of people want to stay long term, I guess. And if they do, they move up the company quite quickly. And because I come from a teaching background with children and stuff, it's not something that I want to be like an executive team leader for. I find it, just as it is as a support worker working with patients, that's kind of where I find this is the limit I want to be. I was a manager in childcare, but that was different. I enjoyed childcare. I studied it, that kind of thing. But it's not that I don't enjoy being a support worker, but certainly it is draining. And this new, oh, you never guess what happened the other day. This new room, all the, well, I thought they were just blinds, but all the blinds upstairs are blackout blinds. So even though I'll catch up with the comments. Sorry, guys, I'm chatting away. It went by like 7:15 in the morning, and I was like, yeah, I'm sure I thought I heard my alarm, but it's not. And when I woke up, it was black, obviously blackout blinds. So I thought, oh, I'll just go back to sleep, and then my alarm went again, and it was 7:30, and I was supposed to be in work literally at 7:30. So that was fun. But they're all blackout blinds, so it doesn't help the situation. But yeah, no. Okay, so let me catch up, guys. Sorry. Aqua August days. I just realized we basically look like twins. The same hair color, same eye color, and same face shape. Okay. Aidan, what are you doing today? Well, it's 8:30 in the UK time in the evening, so actually it's probably past 9 o'clock now. So I'm not going to be doing anything much this afternoon. Lily, you look like someone off a TV show. Okay. But how has everybody else's weekend been? In the UK, it's been a bank holiday weekend, so I know a lot of people have been off work and school. But Kaya, I hope you're doing well, and I'm hoping that that I'm sorry I came on so late. There was just a bit of kind of issues beforehand. But I think what we'll do is going forward. So Wednesday's the next live. So we'll go at 7 o'clock UK time, which is a lot earlier, and people can kind of make it a bit better. Lily, it's 9:22, by the way. Yes, I know where my light is, my TikTok light. I can't see the time on the phone, sorry. So I knew it was past 9. My weekend was pretty nice. How about you? Yeah, mine was good. I was working mostly. Adriana, hi Adriana. Aiden W. Kaya, no, I have to go. Sorry, that's okay, Kaya. On Wednesday, I'll go at 7 o'clock UK time, so at least an hour and a half beforehand. So hopefully, Kaya, that'll work out for everyone. Kaya, do have a really good, day in school tomorrow. And again, I apologize. I know, guys, I do apologize. That lemonade, yes, Tassos, it does sound nice. And I actually am a lemonade person. So yes, but Kaya, I'll be on earlier on Wednesday, so I hope to chat to you a bit better then. Have a good day tomorrow. Lily, I'll definitely come back on Wednesday. Yeah, hopefully 7 UK time suits people. I'm just putting on another so Aiden, it's 4:23 p.m. Okay, so this is the UK, so it's probably different depending where you are. But okay, so we're just gonna blend that in, and then I'm gonna go in with some concealer. This is gonna be kind of light summer makeup, guys, so nothing too heavy. PA, is that Pennsylvania? Okay, so I think this is probably, because it's a serum, guys, it's not really fully foundation, so don't feel like you're putting too much on if you put a little bit extra on, because it is a serum. It's a serum foundation, so it's got skincare in it, which is quite good. Um, so that's kind of what that is. Okay, so we're just going to go in with concealer. August days, I have another question. Since you're wearing flower PJs, I think, what is your favorite flower? No, this is a dress, but it might look like PJs. Probably, I understand that. My favorite flower is white roses. I know it's very rare, but yeah, I like white roses. Okay, so that's kind of very kind of, as you can see, there definitely is obvious that there's a serum in there because it's kind of glowy. But again, guys, anything that has skincare in it for a foundation is really good. So always go for that. Okay, so what we're going to do now is just go in with the under eyes. And I always say it's nice to have like the hot weather, but I much prefer when I'm abroad because it's just a different, you know, when you're by the sea and things like that. It's just different when you're on holiday. It really is. Yeah, it really is. It's different. You know, here we have 27 degrees in the UK today. But it didn't feel like, you know, I've been kind of abroad when it's even been higher. And it's, yeah, it's just not enjoyable. I don't know what it is. So I'll catch up. Um, I need to know people in different countries to go and visit, I think. August, I have another question since you were wearing, oh, sorry, I checked that one. Stephanie, do you like Taylor Swift? Yeah, I like Taylor Swift. I also love Sabrina Carpenter. Hello, I can't pronounce your name. Sorry. Dennis said hi. Hi, Dennis. Oh, sorry about that. That's okay. They do look a bit like PJs now that you've said it. What that and white roses are. Okay. P, hello P, you've just waved. White roses are so pretty. Sierra, I subscribe to you, sister. Take care. Oh, thank you. I'll have a lot more longer form content soon. What about Juice World? If you've looked at my, you probably looked at my, if you're talking about Juice Plus, I don't do it anymore, but it was good. The products were quite good, if that's what you mean. Sprinkle of Kindness. Hi, Sprinkle of Kindness. August days with all the best singers. Amazing. Yes. Your Nightmare said hi. Sprinkle of Kindness, looking pretty. Thank you. Legend. Extentation. Okay. Okay, so this is just the e.l.f. and this is the hydrating concealer. But recently I've just been more into writing. I did write a long time ago, and I've kind of gotten more into it now. I think it's just because of what I've been going through personally, and I feel like I just want to get it out. And if it helps other people, that's great. So I've kind of approached a couple of publishing companies, and they've asked me to submit 4 chapters. So that's a lot. I wasn't expecting that. You have to give, if you're looking to send, say you have a story or you like writing and you're looking, what do they need? They usually need 4 chapters of a book, say of what, or first of all, they need a synopsis, sorry. And a synopsis is when, I'm just warming this up with my fingers, guys. They just want to know basically what you want to write about, and they want to know if it's something that the publishing company would be interested in. So that was really tough because I had to write like a synopsis, and and so I did that, and then they said, okay, that's great, can we have the first 4 chapters? And I like only wrote maybe 1 chapter, so now I'm kind of like, oh my god, okay, this all went a bit too heavy, but we're having that kind of night, guys. I'm going to catch up on my comments. I do talk a lot, I'm sorry, guys, so I'm going to go back on. Jared, any advice? My 3-year-old sits on the potty. If you can play a racing game on my phone, should I wait until she's 5 to send her to kindergarten? Coming from a person that worked in a play, I guess in childcare, anything that can distract them while they're there, I would say yes. Anything that distracts them, and then if they do really good, reward, make a huge deal about it. If they've done really well, just make a massive, because then they'll say, oh my god, this was, I got a good reaction from this, and then they kind of it's like a reward system. So yeah, if they have something to play with, I would still send them, guys, because a lot of kindergarten teachers are very understandable. They come across a lot of children that aren't quite ready yet, toilet trained. So I wouldn't let that stop you sending them. Definitely still send them, I think. Um, okay, so yes, Jared, I would. I wouldn't wait till she's 5, because if she's kind of even sitting on the potty now, that's even a good thing because she's recognizing she has to. So personally, just coming from someone who worked with children and worked in that and have experienced that with children, I would say definitely still send them, because then you'll get the teacher's advice as well. So no, it's good. I think still send them, definitely. Okay, so I'm just gonna blend out. You see the little amount I put on, guys, of that concealer and how much actually comes out. So yeah, so I'm just gonna blend the rest in. Tassos, is it romance? No, it's more about family and children growing up in different family settings and kind of one parent families and the effect it has on children, but also the support that the adults still need as the children grow up. Sometimes the support that doesn't happen can affect their personality and develop the person they become, you know, so it's that kind of thing. So that's kind of where it's at so far. August days, no, I have to go. Oh, nice to see you though, August days. I will be back on Wednesday a lot earlier. Again, all I can do is apologize, guys. I'm really sorry. Hi, Delusion Girl, how are you? But August days, yes, 7 o'clock UK time on Wednesday. Oh, Tassos, oh, I thought you were writing literature. Well, the first one I wrote, the novel I wrote called An Ocean of Secrets, was Hi, your Soviet buddy. Was part literature, part based on true events, but I kind of fictionalized other parts of it. But this is just kind of my version of kind of a little bit of my experience and also my experience when working with children, kind of putting that together, and then also kind of focusing on how that supports sometimes when those children from different various families, there's lots of support for children, but then as those children get older, sometimes suddenly that support goes, and they still have to kind of develop and find themselves just like everybody else. And sometimes if they haven't had a father or they haven't had a mother, it can send them in different directions and it can kind of actually influence their personality. So it's kind of that side of things. Lily, I'm showing sheep on Wednesday. Oh, okay. Well, I was going to go the earlier time of 7 o'clock UK time, if that helps. Hello from Germany. Hello, your Soviet buddy. Thank you for joining. But I thought I'd put out a post after this, guys. If 7 o'clock UK time helps, and more people are available on that, absolutely, I can do that for sure. So now, guys, all we're going to do is set what we've done, and it's very warm here. I've got the window open, but it even looks like it's starting to kind of come away. That we're not used to this weather. I feel like I keep coming on like an old person talking about the weather. You know, when people get to a certain age and they just talk about the weather, I kind of feel like I'm getting there. Okay, setting powder. We just got a new one, and it's the Collection Mattifying, and it's enriched with vitamin E. So we're gonna again, I know it looks white, but if I turn over this side, it says translucent, which means it's not going to kind of take the color away. Hello, Alex. Metas. The shows are in the morning. I just can't be bothered. Well, at least if it's in the morning. Are you in the UK, Lily? So that's what it looks like. I know it looks really white, but it's actually mattifying. So we're going to go in with just a big blender brush. Again, guys, always feel free to catch up and just put hashtag replay. And I always comment on people. If they come back and comment, I always kind of pick up on the comments. And no, I've never used this before, so we're going to see how we go. It does say translucent, but we're going to find out, aren't we? It's a funny smell. Okay, it has a unusual smell to it, but I've never tried this collection. I'm on a no-buy, and if you know what a no-buy, if you don't know what a no-buy means, it is just you choose a certain thing that you tend to spend a lot of money on, and you kind of stop spending the money and use what you have, and then you only buy again when something kind of needs to be replaced. And this is a setting powder, and it definitely needs to be replaced. If you saw my last one, you would have seen, oh, the Cumbria Lake District. Wow, that sounds really nice. What do you is that what you do? Do you live on a farm? So literally, because I'm not using a lot, and this is what it looks like on the brush. And it's literally just a setting powder. I'm not going to, you can definitely see it's mattifying because we were kind of oily before this. So, hi Sarah. Hi Carabunt. Hi Valenexo. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name correct. Okay. Okay, so yeah, you can certainly see it mattified, guys, didn't it? Definitely. So that's a good collection. Is actually a Superdrug own brand, and they're really good, guys. And it's actually what the mascara is today too. It's the collections eyes curling, eyes on me curling. And actually, I think I have the receipt here, guys, just to show you. I do. Some things I'm prepared on, other things like trying to come on at 8:30, I'm not. So this is the where are we? Collections Sunstop powder was $4.99, so that's what we've just popped on. And the mascara is $4.99, so they're both the same. Okay. Okay, so let's have a look here. Yes, my family has 3 farms, so that's amazing. That'd be so interesting, I think. Hi Sarah, how are you? That'll be really interesting. Nothing will be the same every day. Everything is so different. Yeah, that'd be amazing. And I guess if it's in your family and you're born into it, you've got a lot of kind of, you know, family to look at and for, you know, experience and things like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is set the under eyes. Hi Amar, and this is the Revolution baking powder. Now this is, they come in banana and banana light, and this is just the pink basically, and I literally just go under the eyes because we have set everything with that collections. I know it's white as anything and it looks really scary, but actually all it's done is mattified what I have. Sarah, I love makeup. So do I. I think it's really creative. Today we're doing like a summer friendly smoky eye. And if you've noticed on the post section, I didn't actually name a brand because I wanted it to be welcoming for everybody. I'm using W7 today. So you can use a high-end brand if you want to, but I wanted it to be very friendly to people that maybe don't get the highest palettes all the time, because, you know, we are going through a phase, I think, not just in the UK. I think, sorry if you can hear the motorbikes, guys. Okay, I had to keep the window open. It was so hot. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. If I put the fan on, the thing is, okay, we'll just let him drive away. If I put the fan on, you would hear the noise, you know, but so we can't win. So we'll just leave it at that for now. But yes, makeup I think is really, really good. I think it just gives you a little bit of your confidence boost, basically. But I've been starting to do writing more now. I'm really getting into writing. So we'll see how that goes. So this is it, guys. Now they did come, and I don't think it comes anymore. I found it on I bought this in Superdrug, but then I found it on TikTok for $6.99, and that's including the little triangle puff. So I'm a new member from India. Thank you. I can't pronounce your username, but thank you for that. Ultra Wallpapers, please shout out. I make sick 4K wallpaper vids. Sounds good. Check him out, guys. Mason6. Hi, Mason. Always feel free to pop your channel down below, guys. I really think it's important for, you know, smaller YouTube channels to really get what they need, you know, and the support they need. Somebody said, do you like Roblox? I know what it is, but I don't use it. I'll just go back. Somebody asked me that. Sorry if I've forgotten your name. I'm trying to go back up. It might have been removed, but I don't play it, but I know what it is. I don't play Roblox, no. Okay, so we're just going under here. Hi, Brady. Thank you for joining. But these kind of lives, I like to do. I like my longer form content too, and I am going to do that. But I like kind of interacting with you guys. And I think since the pandemic, I think we've all been suddenly we got used to just being indoors, didn't we? And I think, yes, there's lots of improvements now, but I think friend-wise and things, you couldn't see people as much, and you suddenly became, you know, online kind of overnight. Everyone depended on it. Okay, so literally all we've done is set the face, guys. Now what we're going to do is go in with the brows. I keep losing this. I'm going to take some water in a minute. Um, but I always like to kind of, if you guys want to promote your channel, um, definitely do that below. I'm always kind of up for people doing that. Before makeup, Sarah, before makeup, you always have to do skincare. Absolutely, that's what I do all the time. Serums, moisturizers, and then obviously SPF as well. Totally agree. Now this is going to come off stronger, guys. This is the Revolution makeup duo pencil. So you get the brush on one side and you get the pen on the other. Um, so what we're going to do is just show you the brush. This is what the brush looks like. Sorry guys. One second, guys. Sorry, I'm just taking care of a couple of things. Some people just don't need to. Okay. Okay. Hi, how are you, Ola? J Leave. Okay. Kino Hooligans. Okay. So basically, this is very kind of affordable. Revolution from Superdrug. It's just the duo pencil. I did need a new duo eyebrow pencil. The elf one I usually get wasn't there. So you will see, guys, I'm going to go super light because it is dark. It is medium brown, which is my hair color, but it is super, super dark. And even the blonde, there was like a kind of a light blonde color, and it was too light. So we'll see how this goes, guys, but you will see what I mean. I'm going to go very, very light-handed with it. So all we've done is our skincare, our foundation, concealer, and we've set it. And now we're just going in with the brows, basically. I'm not going to go too... okay. I'm not going to go too heavy. So this is what it looks like. So it comes in medium, light, medium, and dark brown. This is the medium, and I'll just you can see, guys, that's medium, so still is a cool brown. So we're just going to look in the mirror and you'll see what I mean, how dark it is. I'm going very light. Batman, hello from Gotham. Hello. Guys, the other thing I did is, I think Tassos might have gone, but that's fine, but he only knows, I only asked because I actually saw the Jurassic, if you don't know, I'm actually a Jurassic fanatic, and I finally saw is it the Reborn or Rebirth, and I've never been more disappointed in a movie ever. And even though Scarlett Johansson was in it, she's a really good actress, but I thought that the CGI was terrible. I just felt the whole thing was rushed a little bit, and I think they didn't really think of the storyline properly. Everything was just kind of rushed and put together, and maybe thought, oh, it's a Jurassic Park, so we'll just kind of put the franchise out there again, maybe make some money, change the characters completely. I did not think it was very good, personally. So basically, the premise is there's a company that have figured out that in this new Jurassic Park Rebirth that if they have some blood from a water-based, like land-based, water-based, and airborne dinosaur, they can cure heart disease. And so there's a lot of manufacturers that want to make a huge amount of money out of this, so they have to go to the island and just get these kind of samples, basically. So that's the reason they have to go back, because there was never a reason before. The last one was supposed to be the other one. So Scarlett Johansson is part of the team that goes out, and it just, the dinosaur, even that there isn't, even they've created something that actually doesn't exist. So what I'm trying to say about that is, like, there's raptors, there's T-Rexes. They've kind of created, these directors, some sort of dinosaur that actually never existed, and the CGI was so bad. I'm sorry, guys, and I am a Jurassic Park fan, but the CGI was it, and even the storyline wasn't really thought through properly. So anyway, they all get to the island. Before that, they meet a family that's stranded, and they rescue the family. It was, I know I might be sounding critical, guys, but I went on to reviews after I watched it, and it was the same. People were saying, what was that even about, you know? So oh, I love Jurassic Park, but I think you know, when you saw the first one, I remember I was quite young when I saw the first one, but like it was the first time I think anyone actually pictured walking with dinosaurs, even like how they did it. I know it was so long ago and CGI wasn't as developed, but it was the first time you actually saw, you know, what it could be, you know, when they were in the park and they were in the car and the first time you see the eye of the T-Rex. And I'm sounding crazy. It's just everybody has something they like. But there was a lot of people that went on afterwards to say even the CGI these days is so good that it didn't even look. And of course, you know, we know that you know, dinosaurs are extinct. But when you go to watch a film, you do expect kind of, you know, something different. So, and one of the people I was with fell asleep through it, so that was good. So that was a good sign, yeah, because I paid for it on Sky, pre-ordered it, yeah, and they fell asleep through it. So yeah, that kind of proved my point. It's a shame, really. They just didn't develop the story very well. But that's it. I won't say any more. You make up your own mind. You might absolutely love it. So we'll leave it at that. Um, Batman, you talk so fast, I'm not good in English, sorry. Mason, I'm back. Tassos, the cinema reflects the state of the world right now. Sad but true. Yes, it was so funny that it based around a pharmaceutical company who just wanted to make money off of curing people with heart disease, and instead of making it free to everyone, they were going to like make millions of it and only give it to certain people. And so that was kind of the whole side of it. And then they created this dinosaur Tassos that never even existed to begin with. So it all just seemed really rushed and it didn't make any sense. There was no storyline to it. They just needed, I think they just needed an excuse to go back to the island. And then that's what they made the excuse. And yeah, it just didn't make any sense. But yeah, it probably does reflect the state of everything. Everything's about money, isn't it? And things like that. So yeah. Sorry if I talk fast, guys. I've been told that before. It's like, sorry. Okay, so that's the brows done. No, it wasn't the Indominus Rex Tassos. I saw somebody else. Somebody else recognized the shape of the dinosaur that first comes on screen, and the director was the same director of something called Monsters, which was like a huge hit, and that wasn't a dinosaur whatsoever. And they actually recognized in the first scene. So basically, what I think they were saying was they've actually they're the same directors. They haven't gone into any new CGI. They've kind of changed up the shape a bit, and they've used the exact same kind of structure. I think that's what they. I agree completely. It doesn't even look like a dinosaur, and like none of the same cast are there. You know, it never really. Yeah. So I don't know. So I'm very open to kind of new change and everything like that, but it was so far fetched. It was just beyond far fetched. So yeah, for me, no, no. Tuss, Lily, I agree. It was really far fetched. You've obviously seen it. I mean, I bought it on Sky to download because I knew with my move and everything, I've moved house and everything that was going on at work, I just wouldn't be able to go and see it in the cinema. I just wouldn't. And it was so funny because I came out thinking when I watched it, that wasn't great. I just have to see what people think. So I went into so many reviews and it was all like the exact same. Like, what is that dinosaur? It doesn't even make sense. Somebody who's really into the directors and the what they created before was called Monsters recognized the actual what they were trying to pass off as a dinosaur as being in something else. So it just all didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense. Tassos, if and when we meet in real life, we're watching the first movie together. The first is just, I know it wasn't the best CGI back then, but it actually is more realistic. And now that doesn't make any sense because it was like 1992 or 1993. But I think it gave you the first glimpse of what it could act. It was very realistic, I felt, for the time. And this one was just like they tried to put they even copied a scene. Nobody else noticed this in the reviews. I was waiting for somebody to say this, guys, but they're all trying to rush mid movie into somewhere to hide from various dinosaurs. And they, you know, in the first one, when the little girl is trying to kind of pull down the, her and her brother are in this like kitchen, and the raptors are trying to get in, and they get in, and so they get into this little, is it little kind of shelf or something, and they're trying to pull it down. Really, and the raptor is coming. They have the same scene with another little boy, literally copied the scene, just a different kind of setting. So there's just lots of things that just don't make sense. But I won't carry on this makeup video talking about Jurassic Park because it's not exactly everybody's cup of tea. But yes, so we've done the brows. I can't see how many people are on because of the TikTok like, but I may have lost some viewers talking about that for so long. But I agree, Tassos, if you haven't watched the first movie, definitely watch it. It's more, even though it's in the 90s, it's certainly more realistic, and they go more into the science side of things. And this one was just like, I think they thought, okay, let's make up some more money about this. Let's change everything about it and then just see how it goes. And let's get Scarlett Johansson in. And I just don't think it went well, personally. So what we're going to do now is bronzer before I keep going on. Tassos. Aiden, hi Aiden, you're back. Tassos and Chris Pratt was only posing and being handsome instead of acting. Yeah, I didn't really like Chris Pratt in it. I didn't really, I think they had a scene where he was quite good at one of the raptors, but yeah, I didn't really think he was very, very good in it. I've done my embroidery whilst watching the Jurassic Park film. Well, there you go. It's it's not something that you could keep your focus on in this one. I'd love to see other people's opinions, guys, if you go and watch it. It's out of the cinema now, so you don't have to go to the cinema and see it. It's out now, so go and watch it and let me know what you think. This is the Wet n Wild T-Anyone bronzer, so we're just going to go in with some bronzer. This is the Real Techniques contour brush, so we're just going to do that. But yeah, if you can do your embroidery while watching Jurassic Park, I think that says what it needs to say. I'm not going in with any drops today, guys, because it's going to be a very easy smoky eye. It's not going to be, I don't want anything to look too structured. It's just going to be fresh. But yes, Tassos, I agree. Go and see the first one if you haven't. That's still going to be my, my go-to, I think. Not that I'll ever watch it anytime soon, but if I had to choose one, it would certainly be that one. Even the actors were better. I don't even think, even though I like Scarlett Johansson as an actress, I saw an interview with her and she said she was called personally. So she did an interview, she was called for it. So she said my agent just called me and asked me, and I've always done different kind of style films. So but she said I loved it since I was a kid, so I definitely wanted to do it. But the character development was just terrible. They didn't really develop any of the characters. It's like they had to have a big excuse to go back to the island, because the very last one was like, we're never going to go back again. We're going to leave things where they are. So they had to have some sort of excuse. So it was a pharmaceutical company that thought that they can cure heart disease and sell it and make millions. And so it was just really weird. It was a really weird, So, okay, so that's how that goes on, guys. You can use it individually. So these are highlighters, and Wet n Wild again are a really good brand if you're that's just the highlighters, and then you've got this really light bronzer. But if you do want to go into a contour color, you've got this color here. Okay. So that's what we do here. Okay. Just Vids, can you lend me your vehicle? I need to pick up some Taco Bell. That sounds tasty, but I don't think I could lend you my vehicle. We don't have Taco Bell over here, so I think you'd find it quite difficult to get my car. But yeah, Taco Bell sounds good right now. Okay, so that's kind of the bronze. It does look still a little bit kind of harsh, so I'm going to go in with a DJS Beauty blending brush. And all we're going to do is just kind of blend that around a little bit, make it look a bit less harsh. Okay, less harsh. And then it kind of just gives that kind of natural, just Tassos, even Jurassic Park 3. Oh, you retracted it, Tassos. Oh, sorry, okay. Just Vids, sad face. Demon God. Hi, Demon God, how are you? Hi, Demon God. Okay, so that's just the bronzer, really kind of blended in quite, because I don't want it to look too harsh. We're going to go in today with the Flormar. Now, again, I follow a couple of girls on Instagram, and they do advertise it, but I never see the website. I've had this for a couple of years now, but I spray it really hygienically. It's the Flormar Terracotta Blush, and it has a little bit of gold pigment in it as well. So we're going to put a little bit on, because a little goes a long way with this. But they're a company that I never really hear a lot about anymore, which is a shame, really. So we're going to just open this, and it's kind of a marble effect. So if you take a look at that, and I'll just swatch it for you. A little bit like Laura Geller with her baked bronzers and baked blushes. So we're going to go in with an angled blush brush. We're just going to swirl that around. And I like this blush brush because it kind of, you can start off with the smallest point and just go up against the cheekbones there. And then you can blend that out with a blush brush, just a buffing brush to get to the, so even though now it looks quite harsh, once I start to blend that out with a clean blending brush, it's going to kind of warm up to the skin and won't look so harsh. And we're going to bring that right up to the hairline. Okay, just a second. Okay, so you can see, guys, it was very harsh when we put it on, but then as you blend it, it does go to the color you want. If you wanted it stronger, you could. So if we keep what's on the brush and we keep going, you could go a little bit stronger if you wanted to, whatever you prefer, really. But again, I'm just going to blend out the harsh lines, basically, and that's that. Okay, tassels. Even the third one was pointless. They got Dern and Neil back for the effect, but it was completely forgettable and CGI made. I agree. Totally agree. I think the second one was the best. The third one, I agree. The second one was quite good too. Not as good as the first. But sometimes it's good to leave a movie there and not try and do it again. Because you'll make money on, you know, replays. You'll make money on, you know, you'll own the rights. So sometimes you don't have to go as far as they have. I mean, I think this was the seventh one. For me, I think the first and second one, they should have just left it, put all the effort into those two, get all the writing and the directors in, and then leave it there. But I think they've just gone. And this one was the really obvious one where they just wanted, you can just see they wanted to make some money. So yeah, I mean, you know, these things, it's always good to kind of, particularly if you like something, go and see it. But it definitely made me feel a bit better that when I went on to the reviews online, people were saying similar things. The storyline didn't really make sense. The characters weren't very developed very well. So yeah, I mean, you know, it's I still like to watch it, but it's not something that I would have gone and seen in the cinema. Okay, so I've just kind of followed the same process on that side. But I think if they had just kept to the first two movies, you know, 1 and 2, and just left it there, it would have been really good. Okay, so that's kind of the bronze and the blush done. If you're kind of a regular viewer of mine, you'll know that I set everything now, and then I go in with the eyeshadow, and then I set twice. Just kind of keeps everything on. So what we're going to do is just go in with my setting spray, which should be here. If it's not, it is. It's the e.l.f. Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. Hi, Rose and her siblings. Hi, DP. Sorry if I've pronounced that wrong. And all we're going to do is just spray. So again, if you're just joining, I'm not naming a specific high-end palette because I want people to come on here and say, if I want to, I will use anything. I don't have to feel like I have to have, you know, Huda Beauty, Anastasia Beverly Hills, anything like that. This is a very gentle summer smoky eye. So whatever palette you have in front of you, you get those colors and you can use it. And that's kind of what I wanted it to be for people. Very, very kind of approachable, and not to come off of my live thinking, oh, I need to get this brand, or I wish I had that brand, because I think we're at the moment, you know, in general, things are getting very expensive. And I know from just moving how expensive it can be, renting and things like that. I totally understand it. It's kind of what I'm living through at the minute. So yeah, that's just how I feel. So that's why I wanted to just get W7, which is a very relatable brand. Again, that's not to say if you want to get high-end brands, absolutely go for it. But I also wanted people who, you know, want to kind of get the same look as everybody else, but maybe they don't want to, you know, or can't, you know, get these other brands. I wanted you to come away feeling, okay, I've got this palette and I can use what Kira used, and that's basically what I wanted to do. So I'm going to stop. Everyone, I know I talk a lot, guys. I'm sorry. So this is just W7, and if you look them up, they're very, very friendly budget-wise. It's called the Socialite palette, and I'll just show you what they. So we're going to do a very gentle smoky eye. I'm going to catch up on the comments now, guys. Sorry, let me just catch up on the comments. Rose and her siblings, you look so beautiful. Oh, thank you. Blessed Box, you look like Kung Fu Panda. Cool. A, agree. Sorry, I commented on CT. Okay. Epsilon, hola, ¿cómo estás, amigo? Hi. Phoebe, can you shout me out? You're so pretty. Hi, Phoebe, and thank you for the comment. I'm going to take some water and then we're going to go in with these eyeshadow colors. And again, whatever you have, guys, you use. I'm not going to use a specific high-end palette. That's not to say, guys, if you love high-end, absolutely go for it. But I wanted this just to be welcoming to everybody. So this is W7 and it's the Socialite palette. I'm not going near any glitters tonight. It's going to be a very lovely kind of daytime friendly smoky eye look, because then you can always kind of make it nighttime appropriate, whatever you like to do. But this is just going to be adaptable for everybody. Phoebe, I subscribed because I love you. Oh, thank you, Phoebe. I'll take a look at your channel too. And if anybody wants to pop their channel down below, if they'd like some subscribers, or they want to kind of, you know, show what their channel's about, absolutely just pop your channel down below, and the other people that comment can see it and things like that as well. Okay, so I'm just going to get some water. The last time I had I put the window on, a massive moth came in, and so I'm hoping nothing like that happens, but it's very, very hot here. So okay, so we're going to go in with some eye primer. Now, a lot of people ask me, do you need eye primer? Not particularly. If you've got a concealer, it does the same thing. So I'm going to try and find it now that I've said that. And if yes, is that it? Profusion, and it's just their eye base, and it comes in concealer. Hi, Sophie. This is pigment base, but it comes in skin color. I just use the white one. Again, you don't need necessarily a typical eye base. You can use concealer as well. Okay, so we're just gonna, I always put it on the back of the hand. I know it looks really, really kind of ghostly, but it does warm to the skin and it keeps on the eyeshadow for a very long time. But again, if you've got concealer, just use that. So I'm going to warm it up to the skin. This is what it looks like. Helen Marno, I'm Tia. Hi. Okay, we're just going to use the same one, and I'm only bringing it up slightly if I need to. A little goes a long way. This is going to look, for people that have only seen, bye Helen, for people that have only seen this for the first time, they're going to be saying, what is she doing? She's crazy. But this is actually concealer that keeps on the eyeshadow for about 10 hours, and it does warm to your skin tone. Bye Helen, thank you for joining. It does warm to the skin tone. And what I like about this, and what I used it when I was freelancing, when I used to do makeup for other people, I used to use this particularly on bridal or special occasions, because you could see exactly where the eyeshadow was going, and it would keep it on for at least 10 hours, and there's no flashback. So say you want to take pictures with your friends or anything like that on a night out, or just during the day, it really does keep on your eyeshadow. Can you see how it calmed down, if you can see? So I know it looks, particularly if you're on my live for the first time, this looks really unusual, but actually, as you can see, quite quickly it did kind of tone down to the skin color. Bye Helen. Sophie Connolly, you are so pretty. What country do you live in? I'm from Ireland and Dublin, but I live in England at the minute, the UK, but I'm originally from Ireland. I do miss living at home, but in Ireland, every time I go back, you know, it makes me sad when I have to go back again. But things have changed so much now that I think when I go back, I don't really feel like there's an area where I would fit in anymore. Sorry, please repeat what primer is on your eyes. So it's the Profusion. I think I've popped it away, but I'll get it back. Profusion White Pigment Based, and it's from the brand Profusion. You can get it in a cream or a skin color. This is just the white color. So it's available online on Amazon, but it keeps on your eyeshadow for at least 10 hours. So Zhengzhou, Germany declared war. Okay. So you can see, guys, it definitely tones down to your skin tone. And I know it came off really, really bright, and probably thinking, I don't want to put that on my eyes, but it does tone down, you know, calm down quite quickly. And I will say, you know, I always say you can use concealer too, but Profusion are really, really budget friendly. And so that's something, it's not going to hit you too hard financially if you get this. Okay. So I'm going to take some water and we're going to go ahead. You're welcome. I'm going to go ahead with the eye look. But if you like makeup, I do some mental health videos too that I was asked to do a while back. So I've done a couple of those about 2 or 3 months ago now. I started last year. And I also do obviously makeup reviews that I'm sent. So I will start doing longer form content. This Saturday is the first Saturday that I won't be working. So I'll be able to do the contour and highlight video. That'll be up on my video section. Um, Eye in the sky, is it pink? What do you mean, eye in the sky? Sorry. Haley the Diamond said hi. Hi, Haley. Okay, so we're just going to go in with this, guys. And again, feel free to use whatever you have at home. There's nothing that, says you can't use whatever's at home, the colors, all that kind of thing. They do show what's on the back as well, so they number them. What I'm going to do is, this is called Worldly, and we're just going to cut the crease with this color here. Haley the Diamond, can I tell you a joke? Okay, sure. Everybody can hear the joke that's on as well. Sounds good. So I'm just going to go in with my e.l.f. fluffy brush, and this is just going to cut the crease basically with the Worldly color. It's like a very gentle brown. And we're just going to look straight ahead. My hair wasn't doing what I wanted to do, guys, so I know it's not looking amazing, but I really just need a break, I think, just away from work and away from commitments. So as you can see, this is what the kind of it looks like on the brush, and that's what you kind of get on the eye. So it is very true to colors. Sometimes when you look at eyeshadow colors, they don't necessarily look the same on the eye, but actually it's really true. And W7 are very good like that. They definitely, even though they're kind of not a high-end brand, they certainly definitely do amazing dupes. So we're going to do the same. Now I have slightly hooded eyes, so people usually cut the crease in the crease, but I go slightly above because I've got slightly hooded eyes. Hi Lena, how are you? Just slightly above like that. So as you can see, guys, super gentle, definitely a smoky eye, but you don't have to go too crazy, which is what the summer is about. Nice and kind of gentle, I feel. Okay. Good joke. Lena, it's my birthday today. Happy birthday. I'll read out your joke, Haley. She said, what did the ocean say to the beach? Nothing, just waved. So yeah, that's happy birthday. Have you done anything for your birthday today, Lena? So that's the medium brown. We're going to go into the inner corners now, and we're going to go in with Pearl Clutch, and this is what it looks like here. Really bright. You didn't do anything? Are you going to plan any? I know sometimes when your birthday is a weekday, it's you can plan something the weekend or something like that. So the inner corners, just going in with Pearl Clutch, just to give it that kind of bright look, and that's what it looks like again. Sometimes it's just nice, it's nice to relax on your birthday too. It just depends on what you want to do, I guess. Lena, yes. Does that mean you're planning something at the weekend? So I'm going in, as you can see, I'm not using a brush for the inner corners of the eyes. I always kind of go in just with my finger, just because I don't want to drag the eye in any way. And that's what it looks like. So what do you have planned, Lena? Again, guys, I will go a lot earlier on Wednesday, 7 o'clock. So I think that might suit everybody. You're going to have a sleepover with your friends. Amazing. Sounds good. Okay, so that's kind of where we're at the minute. I'm now going to go in to the inner corners with RSVP, this one here. And that's what that looks like. Yes, happy birthday to you, Lena. And we're just going to go again into the inner corner. So this is more of a pearl color. Hi, Katrina. But guys, let me know what brands you like to use, or if you use high-end, or if you're kind of on a no-buy like me. Katrina, are you doing makeup? Yes, I am. The three best stinky. Hi. Blessed box to gain eagers. Okay. Okay. Okay, so it's just kind of going into the inner corners. You've popped on the crease color, which is that medium brown. Now I'm going to go in probably with Cosmopolitan, which is the medium brown here. And we're just going to go to the ends. Again, I am going to use my finger for that. Again, particularly on the eyes, I tend to, if I can, or a placement brush. But just to go kind of, it's sort of one tone deeper than this one here. Hi, the three best. Okay. Katrina, what is your favorite makeup brand? I like It Cosmetics. They're quite good because they do a lot of skincare and serums in their foundations. They're one of my favorites. What about you? And then for kind of a lower brand, I would say Revolution. Revolution are quite good. So that's kind of it. As you can see, it's super easy. There's no kind of stress about it. You would definitely have, what I really wanted to come across, guys, is whatever palette you have these colors. And these are generally colors you guys would have in various palettes. It wouldn't be anything that you would struggle to find. And so what we're going to do now is, I've never tried this mascara before because I wanted to try something new. This is the Collections, and it's called Eyes on Me, and it's just their mascara. So we're going to try that. I'm going to take some water. Again, what I do before I do my mascara is I set my face again, and that's just the e.l.f. Dewy Gripping Spray. I got it on a deal. I know it's still quite, e.l.f., as I said before, they seem to be going quite high in terms of their price. So this is the Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. I got it for 10, but I think it's like £11. I had like points built up on my Superdrug card. But this is what it looks like. I'm definitely getting through it, as you can see. It's a dewy setting spray, so it's not matte, and it's a mist, so it doesn't feel as heavy as a spray. So we're just going to set that before we do mascara. But yes, Tassos, I know we often talk about meeting, don't we? But I think in my line of work, it's so hard to catch up with people. And then when I do catch up with people, they always have things going on where we definitely meet up, but it's never more than like 3 or 4 hours because lives are so chaotic. Okay, so I'm going to find my smaller mirror, guys. So if you've ever Deepu Sir Palali, hello. Hopefully I've said that right or pronounced that right. So achieve a full fan effect. Curved flexi brush separates, lifts and curls, lashing for high impact. So that's just what I've read there. And it's vegan suitable, so it's vegan, just in case you wanted to know. W7, the brand for the eyeshadow, is also vegan. Okay. Ooh, sorry, I need to drop everything here. Okay. Poki-san, konnichiwa. How are you today? It would help if I could actually open it. Oh my goodness. Something on my lives, guys, if you're somebody who goes onto them regularly, will know that something always goes wrong. And right now the mascara does not want to open, so that's fun. Which is right at the end of the video as well. Perfect. Okay. Perfect, guys. This is just what we need. I don't have a favorite makeup brand for now. Okay. I mean, I don't get It Cosmetics a lot. If I do, it's usually their foundations because they do a lot of serums in their foundations. So this is fun. Okay, let's try something else. The mascara does not want to move for now. Okay. Let me see if I have... We got it. We got it in the end. So I'm going to find my mirror. I always just use a smaller mirror and I look down. And I I always find if you look down in a smaller mirror when you're doing mascara, you've got more control over what's happening. Whereas if you're kind of struggling, you might kind of make a mistake in the inner corners. So this is the Collections Eyes on Me Curling Mascara, and we're going to try that. Do you have allergies? From Katrina. Hi Anna. I've got hay fever, but no other allergies really. This is what it looks like. I love the shape of the brush as well. We're just gonna get some product on. I love that, guys. Look at that. This is a new to me, so I've never used this before. I just needed to repurchase mascara, and the one that I usually get wasn't there, so I just thought I'd try this. Okay, so let's try that. I'm going to look down. Okay, Anna, I am Laura Marisol Benitez. I am 23 years old. Please invite Laura's birthday party June 11th, 2002, next Thursday. I turn 24. Do you mean your date of birth is 2002? Because it looks like you've invited everybody to a party in 2002. I think what you're trying to say is that you're 24 and your party is next Thursday. I hope that's what I've gotten from it. Okay, so we're just going to I've never used this, guys, so this is new to me. So hopefully, it says it's curling, so let's see what it does. Then I'll put my lip oil on. 5 p.m. Anna, look, 5 p.m. So do you mean that you're 24 and your party is next Thursday, but you're inviting people that you don't know? I wouldn't be giving out addresses or anything, Anna. I wouldn't do that online, just for safety. Okay, so it's kind of making a difference. Again, I've never used it before. We're going to keep going with it. I know I always say the mascara section of a live is never that exciting. When I do longer form content, I always fast forward it, or I stop and start where it's on again. You've put a symbol up there. I'm not quite sure what that means. I can't see it properly. So on first impressions, I like the brush. Not a lot of color comes out with the product. So it's definitely making a difference, but I think you would definitely have to work with it. It says it's curling, but I think that a lot has to do with the shape of the brush. So maybe if you do it in a certain direction, I've been holding the brush this way. Maybe if I hold it that way, it'll curl them up slightly, maybe. But it's definitely it looks like kind of a brown rather than a black. It does say black, but to me, if I show you this, guys, it looks more brown. But I'm not complaining. It's nice. I mean, we were going for an easy summer look today, so it's not anything that I'm complaining about. Anna, look, you are beautiful. Thank you, Anna. A soft shade. Yeah, I think it definitely is. It's coming off brown, and I'm nearly sure it says it's black. Yeah, it says black. I think it's brown. I don't mind the fact that it's brown. So maybe the different way you position it. I like it and it definitely curled. Well, that's good. Collection is a really good brand, you know, money-wise as well. I think for me, I missed not going away. And you're thinking, Kira's always talking about, you know, budget friendly, which, you know, I like to share with you guys. For me, I always like going away every year, even if it's something small or it's 2 or 3 days a week. No, a week, 2 or 3 days a week. No, the holidays for say 2 or 3 days. I always like to kind of do it because it just gets me away from work. It gets me away from like the hectic, busy lifestyle. And because I really needed to move this year, I had to really invest my time and money into moving. And I would usually kind of go away, even if it's just, you know, for 4 or 5 days. And it's such a small thing to think of because I know lots of people go through so many things and a holiday is not the most important thing right now. But I think when you work as much as I do, your body just needs a rest. And even when you have one day off, you still feel like, okay, I haven't had a proper rest. So even like a, you know, a weekend away or 4 or 5 days away, isn't going to be possible this year. I'm going back to Ireland in November to see my mum, so that'll be good. But you know, a holiday is probably going to have to wait for a while. um, okay. So yeah, I think it did lift and curl, and we are looking for a soft summer look today. So I'm not looking for kind of crazy rock and roll warrior. Hello, hello, rock and roll warrior. Hello, my friend D. Okay. So we're going to go back in for the other shade. A lot of didn't come out, so, but yes, I'm always jealous of people that come on and they live, they talk about where they live, like in Greece or, you know, lots of, or, you know, Spain or Portugal or places like that, because I love going away to places like that. Um, I often find even the food is fresher, like everything is, particularly when I went to Portugal, I found the food really, really, um, just fresh, and you know the cost was just as it was here, but everything was really freshly made. It was really nice. So we're just going to go back into the other one. So I definitely think you can see a difference, but and I think this is very inner lash friendly. It's not gonna, the fact that you do have to work with it to get the product might be better than when a lot of comes out, because you can find that with a lot of mascaras, even if they're high end, a lot of product does come out. So I'm going to start on this eye. Sorry guys, I have to have the window open, so I'm sorry for that. It's just really hot. But yes, guys, as a support worker, it is rewarding, but it's definitely tiring on your body. Particularly, I feel the night shifts are very, very tiring. And it's because they depend on you so much as well. So it's very much kind of patient orientated. And sometimes you even forget to eat and stuff like that. And then it gets to 10 o'clock at night and you're not going to make yourself dinner at 10 o'clock at night. You're going to try and get something really quick and then just get some sleep. So it doesn't really, dark overload, hello. It doesn't really work kind of, whereas if you had a job that ended at 5 o'clock, you could go home and chill out for a while, make dinner, get to bed. It's not the same, I think, when you're on it. If anybody who works nights here, they'll understand what I mean. Okay, so I would say this is very easy to use. Um, really easy to use. It definitely takes a lot to get it on, but that's not a bad thing, because the more you build, sometimes it's worse if there's a product that has a lot on, you know, when it comes out, it can get messy. It's definitely, I would say definitely a brown, even though it says black. But you know, it's the gentle, maybe it'll come up on the photos, obviously a lot kind of clearer as well. I'm not going to put it on the bottom lashes just in case. I might try it on the bottom lashes off camera and see how I get on, and then if I do kind of trust it, I'll then put it on the bottom lashes. But that's kind of what you're kind of working with. How to do live. If you go onto your your Facebook, sorry, your YouTube, there's a plus button, and it will give you the option of post, short, or go live. And if you click go live, then you're live. Okay, so I think, guys, as I've set the face twice, this will probably be the end part of it. I'm sorry, guys, that it was so late and KO you couldn't stay. I'm really sorry about that. It will be 7 o'clock UK time on Wednesday. And that's where we're at, I think. Thank you for the love hearts, guys. I appreciate everybody who came on tonight. I really do like talking to you guys and interacting, and that's the best part of a live, really. And also, I like to come on and show you things that are realistic for you as well. So we're going to do the lips lastly, and then I'm going to go and get some rest. But I just love kind of, you know, chatting with you guys. And who knows, guys, you know, a lot of people on here, I've seen other channels where they've kind of, you know, they've chatted and subscribed to each other, and I've seen that they meet up and they've put up photos and like they become friends. And I think that's amazing. And it's probably something that we all learned from COVID. Like I said, we all learned to kind of depend online. And I've seen a lot of people that I follow, they've met up with subscribers, and it's kind of been quite interesting to see that kind of development. But thank you guys for coming on. I really do appreciate it. So I'm live every Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday. And I'm changing the time from 8:30 UK time to 7 p.m. UK time. Because I think it'll be easier for everybody. It'll be earlier. And I feel bad when people can't stay. Not a lot of people that look online, they have to go to school and work and things like that. So I get it when you can't stay. A lovely bronzed summer look. Thank you. That's kind of what I was going for. So I'm glad that it kind of came out that way. I would love to keep going with this because that's just who I am. I'll go with mascara if I want, but it's not something that everybody wants to see, and it's getting late. Um, Hispa Ibrahim. Hey, dark overload. Sorry, I got a message. But okay, bye. Okay, dark overload. Adnan Mosebok, love heart. Okay. Okay. So I'm not going to set the face again just because I never really risk it with mascara. If you've done all that look and then you go in with setting spray and it just kind of makes it the mascara bleed a bit. So the photos I'm hoping will come off a little bit more. What I might do is a little bit more kind of showing the mascara a bit more. It is lighter mascara. You do have to work with it. I will say that. But again, sometimes it's better if something is less than more because you can kind of build that. So what we'll do, the last thing I'm going to do one more time is just set those under eyes, and then that's it, guys. And I'm going to use this triangle puff that came with the Revolution setting powder, and then we're done. And I will pop up the posts. I hope you guys can make the Wednesday 7 p.m. UK time. We are going to put some lip oil on, and I might put on a lipstick. I'm not sure, but before that, let's just pop on this. This is just the kind of the sponge you get with it. I call it like a triangle puff. This is the setting powder, and all we're going to do is go into the inner corners of the eyes, and we're just going to set those and put on a lip duo from Revolution. So that's all I'm doing there, guys, and I'm just taking it to places that maybe look a bit shiny. In the UK today, where I live, it's been 27 degrees, which is absolutely crazy. I think I've said before, if we had air-conditioned apartments and houses, I don't think it would be such a bad thing, but we're not used to it, and we never have been used to it. So it's kind of reasonable to expect not to have those things. But now we're kind of going through this heat wave. Okay, so we're going to I was going to go in with a lip oil, but we might just try, because it's nice and kind of summery, we can kind of, what we're going to do is just moisturize the lips with the Revolution lip oil, and this is in hydrating and pout. So we're just going to pop that on. I haven't ever had a mascara, guys, that hasn't made a big difference, so maybe the pictures will show up. I'm not going to be on too much longer, guys, so don't worry, I won't keep you guys too much longer. So that's just the lip oil, and it just really hydrates the lips. Even new developments are struggling with the heat, lack of ventilation. I've got a friend, my mum's friend lives in Portugal, and apparently they have fires at the minute, which is really terrifying. That they have fires they can't really control. There was a photo on one of the newspapers, and it was like 2 or 3 firefighters were just lying down on the road to rest, and you could see in the distance the fire was still going. It was crazy, like wildfires, I think. So yeah, I definitely think the world, it's not just the UK, it's definitely, struggling with the heat for sure. Munda, hello. They look terrifying. Have you seen the pictures? They're really, I saw it was in Spain and Portugal, but the Portuguese newspaper had a photo, and I felt so bad. They were in their full kit, so it must have been heavy, hot anyway, and they were lying down on the road because they were so exhausted from fighting the fire. I'm hoping it gets better. My mum's friend lives in Lisbon, but it's more the Algarve that I think is getting hit really badly. So okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to go in with a lip liner. I'm good, thank you, Munda. I'm from Dublin in Ireland. I'm just going to go in, and this is called Brunch, and it's just from Revolution. It's just like a lip oil, again, a little bit more of a color. My name is Amjad. Oh, sorry, I just called you Munda because that's your profile name. So this is the last thing we're going to do. This is just called Brunch. It's from Revolution, and it's got a really nice kind of pointed applicator. I hate myself. Hi. Hello. That's not a very positive. I hope you're okay. Positive name. So as you can see, it doesn't make a huge difference, but you can definitely see there's a color there. So we went from having lip oil to kind of more of a kind of muted brown pink. Okay. that's kind of it. It's kind of brought it down a bit too bronzy, but I might, just for that reason, before I go. I promise this is the last thing. I'm thinking of popping on some of this Revolution and She Glam birthday cake. It seems to have kind of toned it down a bit too bronzy. So all I'm going to do is warm this on the back of my hand, and then I promise I'm going. And I'm going to put the tiniest bit on my cheeks and blend that out, because I feel like I've suddenly gone super brown in everything, and that wasn't the intention. Let me just catch up, and then I promise I'm going, guys. I've kind of, I am DW. I hate myself. Okay. Munda. My YouTube channel name is Munda Karach 1007. Okay. JK DeFlame. I don't know what's going on, but greetings from the US. Hello, thank you for joining. This is just a makeup tutorial video, but thank you for joining. We're just coming to the end. Rosario Palmeri, say bellissima. Munda, are you married? No, I'm not. Jerry, hey. Okay, so all I'm going to do, warm that up in the back of the hand. Now I am going to go super, super light, and we're going to blend that out, and I promise then I'll be on my way. But I do love chatting to you guys. Tassos, thank you for coming on. Kea, sorry you had to go. I know you had to go to school. Again, 7 o'clock, or sorry, go to bed because you're up early for school tomorrow. Wednesday, 7 o'clock UK time, much earlier, and hopefully then we can all stay on a bit longer. And again, not just Tassos and Kea, thank you for everybody, but some regulars are here a lot that I love to chat to, and hopefully you guys become, you know, regulars too. So I always love to kind of find out about you guys too. Tassos and Kea, I think, may have gone, but that's fine. I know I've been on a little bit too late, and I apologize for that, guys. I just had something come up literally at 8:30, and I had to kind of do it. Okay, so as you can see, I'm doing it really lightly, but it's just giving us that pinkish color, because I felt like that lip color kind of brought it really bronzy, a bit too bronzy. So that's, as you can see, it's got a little bit more pink. I just didn't want it to look too crazy. So that's kind of what we're looking at. And we've set the under eye again, and we've put on our SPF underneath. Always put on your SPF. And then we're going to go the other side. And then that's it, guys. We're going to blend that out. I really appreciate you guys coming on with me and chatting. Okay. So we're just going to blend that one out a bit, because I can see it's a bit heavy. And then I'll catch up with the comments. And then I promise you guys I won't keep you too much longer. Everybody's in work tomorrow. I'm jealous of people that have a day off tomorrow. So that's kind of what it looks like. There will be photos, obviously, in the photo section. I'll just catch up with the Jerry. Hey, Jerry. Munda, marriage with me. Okay. Jerry, man, I love you genuinely. Thank you. It added a bit of highlight too. Yeah, I think it just made it look a little bit more. I feel like once that lipstick went on, even though it's nice, it kind of brought it too brown. So yes, just a little bit. Kind of not too much, but it definitely kind of separates the colors, I think. Okay, so there will be photos in the photo section. I think even my TikTok light is starting to go down. Is this light going to help? Maybe. Okay, so I'm going to go now, guys. I want to just thank everybody for coming on tonight. UK time, Wednesday will be my next video. Thank you all for joining me. Hi, Rocky. We're just about to go now. Again, thank you everybody for coming on tonight. There will be a longer form content, and I hope that'll be on Saturday. It'll be highlighting and contour that was requested. Thank you guys for coming on. I really do appreciate you all. Okay, thank you. It was really nice to meet you, and thank you for coming on. Again, I hope to see you all on Wednesday at 7 o'clock UK time, where we'll do something very different, and hopefully you can still be adaptable to it as well. Photos will be in the photo section in about 10 minutes, and then on my other Instagram and TikTok. Do join me there if you're not there already. And again, always pop down your channel if you want to kind of people in the comments to see your channel as well. You're always welcome to do that too. Okay, thank you guys, and I'll see you very soon.